The 4-2-1-3 YouTube, yes, we all know how overpowered this formation it is, and it is the best thing, well, not the best thing on the game, but the best formation to use on the game if you are serious about getting more wins. So in today's video, I'm going to bring you the best set of 4-2-1-3 custom tactics that I'm currently using, and also run through a list of pros and cons in the 4-2-1-3, because there are a lot of positive things about it, but there are, at the end of the day, some negative things about it as well. So that, without any further ado, smash that like button for me. Drop a comment down below and please hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. So without any further ado, let's get into the custom tactics and the pros and cons. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC25 coins, please go and check out mmoexp.com. Remember to use the code WOLF at the checkout for now a massive 8% off your order. Link is down below. Go check them out now. Now, the three main pros with this formation, and I'm going to run through them very quickly because we all know how overpowered this formation is. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most overpowered formation in the game and has been all year and probably will be all year as well. So, the three main pros with this formation are the defensive solidity, the counter-attacking ability, and how easy it is to score in this formation. Honestly, they're the three main pros. The defensive solidity is so hard to break down this team, this formation, and also the fact that we get 2 CDMs really does help with that defensive solidity, and you will score so many goals off counter attacks with this formation as well. Because of the left winger and right winger not tracking back, it's very easy to score goals on transition. It is a very counter-attacking dependent formation, I would say. Not dependent, but to really use it to its full capabilities, it is definitely way better to use it in a counter-attacking manner. Now, as we then move into the cons, because there are actually a few cons with this formation that I think do go under the radar, because we all know how overpowered it is. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best formation in the game. But there are a few cons with it, and the main cons for me are that the build-up is actually quite hard. So it is hard to build up in. It is very counter-attacking orientated, so building up and getting the right passes is hard. Sometimes you want the left winger and the right winger more involved in the build-up, so because they are which kind of like works in tangent with the pro of the counter-attacking ability, but because they kind of stay in that left wing and right wing position when we're defending, sometimes they're a little bit isolated. And also, I think the final main con for me is that it is just a ratty formation. Like, whether you agree or disagree, it is very ratty to use, in my opinion. But we don't care about that. We are here, and I'm here to bring you the best set of custom tactics in the 4-2-1-3. So, as we then move into the custom tactics, and remember, the code will be the top pinned comment down in the comment section. So if you want to type in the code, it will be there, and it will also be in the last 15, 20, 30 seconds of the video as well. So you can just type in the code and you will get the custom tactics right there for you, nice and easy. Now, tactical preset, of course, is going to be custom. I don't know why you would want to use anything else other than custom in the tactical preset. The formation, of course, is the 4-2-1-3. So the formation with a back four, 2 CDMs, a cam, a left winger, right winger, and a striker. Now, this is where you can use a little bit of your own initiative as we move into the build-up style. So for me personally, I remember I was talking about the pros and cons of this formation. This is where you kind of need to be a little bit honest with yourself and think to yourself, what do I struggle with in FC25, and especially when I'm using the 4-2-1-3. If you struggle with building up in this formation, you feel like your left winger and your right winger are a little bit isolated, I would recommend short passing on the build-up style. That's what I would recommend. That isn't what I use, but if you read what the short passing does, players will come short to support the ball carrier rather than make forward runs, which is exactly what I'm talking about, where the left winger and the right winger will come shorter to you, which really does help with the more possession-based, methodical-based build-up, which of course is a good thing, but can be a bad thing at the same time. Balanced is also good if you're looking for an in-between. So if sometimes you want your players to come short, but also make penetrating runs in behind, that is where I would use balance. So if you're someone that likes to use a little bit of a hybrid between possession and short passing, possession and also forward runs. Maybe run the balance to see if you like it, but for me, my absolute bread and butter is counter on the build-up style. This is very fast-paced. Your players will make a lot of forward runs in behind. I absolutely love that. I think that is the best thing to use, in my humble opinion. But like I said, be honest with yourself and think to yourself, what do I struggle with when I'm using the 4-2-1-3? Because if it is the more methodical build-up, change it to a short passing. If you want a hybrid, change it to balanced. Be really honest with yourself, YouTube. What do you struggle with? Now, the defensive approach, I think this is your absolute bread and butter here, and that is 70, which is high, of course, on that defensive approach, 70 line height. If that is too high for you, though, definitely give balanced, which is 50 line height a go. And even if you want to use aggressive 95, of course, they have patched that in terms of the automatic press and the automatic offside trap, but the aggressive line height is still really good. It does still work. So, but for me, my bread and butter is that 70 line height. It's what I absolutely love. Now, as we then move on into the player roles, because we are only using one striker, my striker, of course, in the bread and butter is going to be on advance forward and attack. That is your absolute bread and butter when you are using a one striker formation. They kind of do everything in the advance forward and attack that you would want. Both the left winger and the right winger for me, though, are on inside forward and balanced on the focus. But remember what I said about the more methodical build-up possession style of play. If that is someone like yourself, I would recommend a roaming focus on the inside forward. They kind of means that they roam, they pick up the ball in a little bit deeper position, so they will roam to get the ball, which I like. And I did actually, when I was first using the 4-2-1-3 this year, I was using the inside forward and roaming a lot, but I just much prefer the inside forward and balanced. I find it a little bit more balanced, kind of like what it says on the tin. It's kind of like a bit of a hybrid. They come short, but also make the penetrating runs in behind. Now, the middle cam in the 4-2-1-3, I think needs to be on playmaker in the role. Shadow striker is actually my favourite cam player role to use, but in the 4-2-1-3 we don't want that because they then run too far away from our CDMs. So playmaker and balanced is key. Again, if you are looking for a bit more of a methodical build-up, a bit more of a possession-based build-up, playmaker and build-up is very nice. But for me, I much prefer the playmaker and balanced. Both my CDMs are on double deep line playmaker and build-up. That is an absolute necessity because, in my opinion, it shuts off that gap between our CDMs and the rest of our team. Sometimes if you're using deep line playmaker and defend, or holding and defend, you will notice a big gap between your CDMs and the rest of your team. So double deep line playmaker and build-up means they will push forward a lot more, which really does help. Both the left back and right back, of course, because of the 4-2-1-3 meta, are on full back and defend, which is pretty ironic because that is the formation that I'm bringing you today's video. Both centre backs, though, are on defender and defend, nice and easy, your bread and butter. And then the goalkeeper, sweeper keeper, and balanced. And that right there, as you see the code right on your screen right there, but remember that will also be the top pinned comment down below in the comment section down below, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, smash that like button for me, drop a comment down below, and please, YouTube, hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.